This is Trista of Desert Gardening with Trista, and this is my rock and roll chicken, Rocky. His or she, sorry, is my egg-laying friend. And today I wanted to talk about the philosophy behind growing a food forest. So, anyway, this place. First, I looked at the landscape. How the land is laid out. And I noticed that there's a natural heart-shaped feature of this garden already. If you see it, like it goes like that. So I incorporate plants that are heart-shaped, such as this is a purple sweet potato leaf, so that's one principle that I go by is an overall theme, a heart, and it's also incorporated into this little feature here. I made a heart-shaped area. This is a type of salvia, I believe, and some tomatoes, and Indio, my gardener, helped enclose this so the chickens and birds, etc., don't get into it. So that's another principle. By the way, these are my new chicks. I scored some new chicks. Say hi. There's like caramel and yellow number 9 and duck face. If you have any suggested names for other of these chicks, just let me know. Put it in the comments below. So anyway, another principle is to create a wall of green, and this is here's another heart-shaped feature. This is I dug this out. It's supposed to be a heart-shaped barbecue pit, and there's another feng shui principle in this. This is due east. And where the sun and the sun and the moon rise. There's Beehive Peak over there, and here's my cabin, and the sun sets over there. It's about it's late afternoon, and beautiful. This is a beautiful time of day. Lots of chiaroscuro effects. So this is an area where I've created green, this second, another principle of creating a wall of green. So this, as you can see from previous shows of desert gardening with Trista, that this was kind of reclaimed out of nothing. It was all just like this, and now it's a cooling and lush, wonderful thing to contemplate every morning. And so yeah, we've got some flowers that now we're putting on like the cosmetic effects. Here's a plumbago. What you can do is get heavily discounted plants at Lowe's, etc., and Walmart, and plant those. And so that's another principle behind this garden. Let's see, it's also another principle is it's a food forest. So many different these are topics, these are plants that this is millet that the birds love. The hummingbirds and the finches go to town on. And also I learned from permaculture experts and like Tammy Turner in Taiwan the importance of using native plants. So and the native plants, not only they do well no matter what, but then they create some biodiversity, but they also protect the rest of the garden, the edible stuff that we want to keep for ourselves, safe. So And so here's we see another principle of always extending the garden and encouraging volunteers. So there's some volunteers growing in this heart-shaped fire pit, and there's also some volunteers here. So what I do is I use like wood that we took down from like this plum tree, dead plum tree, and the dead cedar tree, and incorporated those into the garden as well. And let's see, and there's another, be wary of I would say predators, natural predators in your garden, predators to your plants, basically. And and you can do that by creating obstacles. Like here's use some interesting stones, rocks, and stuff that I take out of the soil and horse shit that I've shoveled out in the back. So I used so this I don't know what this is. If you do know, let me know in the comments. But it started growing like crazy. So what I did was I isolated it to encourage it. And things that grow really well out here in the desert that are kind of left alone by predators. Make use, another principle is to make use of observation, your powers of observation, to see what works and what doesn't. It's a trial and error process. Here we see created another growing space. Usually we throw the dog shit in there. Pretty much everything is reused or repurposed and recycled, natural, especially natural materials, and as well as kind of sentimental, like this was my mom's chopping boards. But and also another principle is take advantage of explore which plants grow like crazy so that you can put them into your garden. Because all plants serve a purpose. There is no such thing as a weed. That's another principle. Because every plant is either medicinal or has a function within the garden. For example, here, check out this. This is a horned melon. I believe I got the seeds from a plant that I got at the supermarket, maybe Safeway. And I find that they create this wonderful vine, and they grow like crazy. And you can also actually eat those horned melons. They're said to have a taste between cucumbers and kiwis. So that's another thing I found. Other things that grow really well and look lovely I found is this type of ginger with purple flowers, and mint, and of course grass, and any native grasses I put it in there just to create part of this wall of green. And so like where a lot of volunteers come up, like these are baby royal palms, thanks to Tim Thompson. And somebody dumped a bunch of palm nuts or whatever, and they started growing there. So I'm now protecting them. And actually this dead pine tree is going to be repurposed and turned into a martial arts kind of practice thing, and a totem pole. We're going to turn it into a totem pole. So if anybody would like to volunteer to top off my dead palm tree, just let me know. Thanks a lot, and have a great day. Please do like and subscribe. This is Trista of Trista and TheEdibles. You can hear our music on SoundCloud and YouTube. And this is Desert Gardening with Trista. And please vote for Trista in any office that you don't like any other candidates. please do write in Trista, okay? Thanks a lot, and because I promise to do a better job than anybody else has ever done before, and I will make sure that I carry out that promise. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.